Coming off an absolute offensive beatdown of the hated division rival Cincinnati Bengals, many NFL fans have been enamored with the play of Russell Wilson. After 2 very underwhelming years with the Denver Broncos, Russ was shipped out of town before being picked up by the Steelers in the 2024 offseason. Many expected Wilson to be a bridge quarterback for another signing from Pittsburgh, exciting young quarterback Justin Fields. Fields was coming from Chicago, who planned to take a quarterback number 1 overall in 2024. However, this plan did not happen. Wilson dealt with injury to start the 2024 season, and Fields took the reins earlier than expected. Fields started the first 6 weeks and led Pittsburgh to a 4-2 record, performing far better than anticipated. To most NFL fans, it looked like Fields was going to remain the starter for the rest of the season. However, Mike Tomlin decided against that. Fields was benched in favor of Wilson in Week 7 after Wilson proved to be fully healthy. Most of the NFL world was outraged. Fields, while not playing perfectly, was playing well enough to win games, and as a developing quarterback that is very promising. Many believed Wilson was simply too old and not good enough to be given another opportunity with Fields playing well. Many thought that the quarterback play would be too similar to justify Justin Fields losing reps, and Russell Wilson would have to play far better than Fields for this move to work out for Pittsburgh. So let's see how this move is going. Compared to 4-2 with Fields, Wilson is 5-1, with much more impressive victories such as the Ravens, Commanders, and most recently outdueling Cincinnati's high-flying offense. In 6 games, Fields only had 5 touchdown passes, while in Wilson's 6 games, he has double that with 10, and he only has 2 more interceptions, 3 to Fields' 1, as well as 500 more passing yards for Wilson, and equal completion percentage at 65.8 each. Now, obviously, Fields has some nice rushing stats, as that's more his style, but as pure passers, it's no doubt Wilson has been miles ahead. Other than looking at the stats, Wilson and George Pickens have developed an incredible connection. Wilson's famed deep ball from Seattle is back in full swing, and Pickens is more dangerous than ever down the field. But many remember Wilson's time in Denver and wonder, how was Wilson this close to being washed up and just a veteran backup on some team to now leading the Steelers to first place in the NFC North with a 9-3 record? Well, today I'm going to dive into some plays that showcase how he's improved from previous years and how he has the Steelers offense looking like the best it has looked since the Big Ben days. But before we get into it, be sure to like and subscribe for more weekly NFL content. Like I've said before, draft season is coming up soon and you will not want to miss it, so stay tuned for that, and let's dive into Russell Wilson and the Pittsburgh Steelers offense. Firstly, I want to say that the interception Wilson had in this game is not his fault. It's 3rd and short with man across the board, and he looks to anticipate a slant route from his number 1 wide receiver for a suppressed corner. Overall, good decision. Pickens just gets pulled down by the helmet here. Whether or not you want to call that PI is up to you, but I just wanted to get that out of the way. Not too many outstanding throws on the first drive, but one thing Wilson has done this year that improves on his previous years is he is simply taking the open guys underneath. In Denver, Wilson had a lot of issues seeing open wide receivers in short to intermediate ranges, while he favored frequent deep shots downfield. Now, Wilson still loves his moon balls downfield, but he's doing a much better job of taking what the defense gives him and letting his playmakers do the work instead of trying to play hero ball. Nice play by Pickens and the blockers here on the screen to finish off the drive with a touchdown, responding well to the pick 6 from Cincy. Okay, this is going to end up being Wilson's 2nd touchdown pass on the day, hitting Calvin Austin in the end zone with a beautiful deep ball to tie the game up at 14. Steelers are going to be running a very common passing concept here with the tight end and slot receiver here, running a dig from Freiermuth and a post behind it from Austin. This puts the safety in a bind on the back end. Wilson knows if the safety drives on the dig, he has the post behind him with the slot corner trailing. If the safety stays deep, Wilson can hit the dig underneath the safety for a nice gain. But the safety drives on the dig, Wilson is calm, cool, and collected in the pocket. He has excellent footwork and throws this with a nice touch, making an easy catch for Austin in the end zone for a beautiful 2nd touchdown. And this is what you're super excited for with Russ. He hits a beautiful deep throw to Pickens here up the sideline. This is just classic Russell Wilson deep bombs right here. This connection he has with Pickens will be a big help in winning them a lot of games. So Wilson starts under center and they motion Freiermuth across, and this helps Wilson know it's man, and when Wilson sees no safety over Pickens' side, he knows exactly where he's going. As soon as he snaps it, he stares directly down the middle to hold the safety for a split second, and then immediately goes over to Pickens and lets it rip. Perfect accuracy. Even though he already has held the safety, he still puts the ball on the outside just to make sure the safety can't make a play and to protect Pickens from a big hit. Just everything you want to see from Russell Wilson here. Beautiful deep throw, great footwork, and allowing Pickens to make a play downfield. Wilson's third and final touchdown pass on the day, he scrambles and hits Freiermuth on the run, and he walks into the end zone for the touchdown. Bengals are going to be in a cover 2 here, and Wilson first looks up top and he turns down probably this out route. Don't really know what Pickens ran here, but whatever. And I'm not really a fan of the pocket movement. I'm going to talk more in depth about this issue later, but he definitely could stand in here and does not need to step back and scramble here. But it ends up working out as Freiermuth finds a spot in the zone and Wilson hits him right on the numbers, and Freiermuth does the rest, turning upfield and finding the end zone. Alright, big third down trying to prevent a Bengals comeback. Facing all-out pressure, Wilson fires a strike to Van Jefferson for an easy first down and a really nice run after catch as well from Jefferson. So Wilson is going to be facing all-out pressure, everyone up on the line, and if they are coming, Wilson knows everyone in the passing game is going to be one-on-one, so that the middle of the field will be wide open. And that means a post versus a corner playing 10 yards off should be money all day. He does a nice job of dropping back and throwing decisively with his feet set with nice anticipation, and this thing is a strike, hits Jefferson right in the chest. Also, I really have no idea what Josh Newton is doing at the corner spot. I think he thinks it's going to be a stop route, and that's why he just stands there. But obviously, if you're in man coverage, you still got to run with your man, even if you think you know what's coming, or else this is going to happen. Anyway, good rep from Wilson, recognizing everything and getting the ball out on time with great accuracy. Also showcasing Cincinnati's deficiencies on defense. Alright, now that I've done some plays from the Bengals game, I wanted to talk about a big concern I have from Russell Wilson that is carried over from Denver. He just has a downright abysmal pocket presence and awareness. Going through his tape, there are plenty of plays where he bails from clean pockets, gets paranoid and runs around for no reason, throwing off the routes and timing, and just overall not trusting his guys, giving him time to throw. This is something that hasn't come back to bite him yet, but it can if he continues this in the future, and is my biggest concern for Wilson come January. Other than the pocket concerns, Wilson looks like a completely revived as a quarterback. He's making the right reads, making big plays, and still has that amazing deep ball he's had his whole career. Mike Tomlin was absolutely right to go Wilson instead of Fields. Overall, the offense looks much better, especially in the passing game. Wilson and the Steelers as a whole were completely doubted this season, and many expected Tomlin to fall below 500 for the first time ever, including me. Many thought Wilson was done and would only serve as the bridge quarterback for Justin Fields, leading the team to a mediocre record. Wilson, Tomlin, and the team as a whole have proved those doubters completely wrong, rattling off many impressive wins and would be on a 7-game win streak if it weren't for a fluke game in the snow versus the Browns. This team is very fun to watch and should continue to be for the rest of the season, and who knows how far the team can go in the playoffs behind a stout defense, an emerging offense, and a revived Russell Wilson.